Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
Welcome back, you guys. It's your girl, Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey, Kat.
Hey, Moni.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month. And happy Super Bowl Sunday.
It is Super Bowl Sunday.
Isn't it great how the insert winner here won the Super Bowl on Sunday?
Oh, yeah, I was riveted by what did Hakeem say? What did he say? He jumped up. I forgot what he said, but
Hakeem?
Don't act like you don't know who Hakeem is from.
The Boys?
No, that's too far back.
Okay.
He was playing he's an African prince from Zamunda.
Eddie Murphy.
And yes, remember
actually, I feel like that's older than The Boys because that was like.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, they both seemed really old.
Pretty far back. It was 1900s.
It was definitely
to be
1900s.
sure, but Prince Hakeem of Zamunda. Oh,
yeah.
when he was trying to.
They went to the game.
It was riveting match between the Giants of New York and the Packers.
Yes.
And
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. So, yeah, good time.
And Bad Bunny had that amazing halftime show.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Oh, just riveting.
It made a lot of people mad, I'm sure.
Of course, because he won't speak English, but he's just.
But he actually does, though.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of times
he speaks more English than I speak Spanish.
Very much so.
So most of us do.
Oh
so
my gosh, no one's inviting me to a Spanish award show.
Oh my gosh, no.
But
it would be so confusing for everyone.
Yeah. Now, I did see him at the Grammys. Did you see him at the Grammys?
I didn't
crying?
even see
It was so emotional. It made me love him.
Really?
Yes.
I did see part of his little speech, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a little speech, excuse me.
He
it was
didn't
a
perform
grand
because he
speech.
can't perform.
Okay.
He can't perform at the Grammys because he's performing at the Super Bowl.
Oh, straight up? Why?
It's contract stuff.
Ooh. That feels okay.
I'm just a podcaster, not a lawyer, Moni.
Okay, fine. Anywho, guys, that's not what we're here to talk about. But in the vein of sort of Black History Month, I do feel like our book this week fits really nicely into that sort of space. And so this week we're jumping into Percival Everett's The Trees. If you guys have been around for a while, you'll know that we've reviewed a few of Percival Everett's books. And he is becoming one of my favorite authors because I feel like, oh my gosh, he's such a good writer. And this book actually was no exception. And I will say I did not know what to expect because when I say he's got to have at least 70 something books, like so many books. And it was like, let's just pick one. We know it'll be great. And so, yeah, so I didn't know. So I'm just saying that up front, like I didn't really know. But since I do know, I feel like I should let you guys know that this book is, if you decide to read it, lots of slurs, lots of violence, racial hatred, lynchings, language. It could be triggering if you're not used to it.
And this is a full spoiler review.
Oh my gosh. So please stop here.
Yeah.
If you don't want, if this is something you want to enjoy without having it spoiled, please come back and listen to this episode after the fact.
It's so funny because I listened to some reviews of this book and most people don't, I guess we're special. Most people don't spoil the whole thing, but I'm like, I want to talk about it.
And also this, I think our podcast is for, we'll say like, well, if you don't have time to read the book and you wanted to know basically what it's about, you can do that. And you know what? We don't always hit every single beat because we get off on tangents so much that we don't always get to everything. So
like our show's an hour. The audio read is like what, 13 hours or something?
It was 8 or 9.
8 or 9 hours.
Yeah, but still, we're cutting down the work for you. So
yeah, it's definitely Cliff Notes up in here.
Definitely.
You're not gonna pass the test, but you might pass the quiz.
Conversation. You'd be able to have like a light conversation about it. But yeah, I just feel like before we get into the full review and all of that, just know that it could be triggering. There's the violence and all that kind of stuff too. So with that, I want to give you guys a little bit of a synopsis. Let me see which one. The Trees by Percival Everett is a satirical, genre-bending novel that intertwines a murder mystery with a stark exploration of Americans' history in racial violence and lynching, focusing on the reappearance of bodies resembling Emmett Till at the scenes of murders of white men, prompting Black detectives to confront a past that refuses to stay buried and leading to copycat killings across the country. The novel blends dark humor, supernatural elements, and hard-hitting social commentary to address persistent racism and systemic injustice, challenging readers with its blend of pulp fiction style and profound historical reckoning. which I feel like is very well said. Extremely genre bending.
It's a heaping spoonful.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot going on here. So it'll be exciting to get into. And I think before we do, we should dedicate this episode, friend.
Okay. I'm willing to do that.
It helps us stay grounded. It gets us in the right frame of mind. And let's do it.
Yes.
So hands over your hearts, everyone. Cat, you too. Okay? Gosh. It's Black History Month, okay? Be on our best behavior.
I'll think of Coco Jones.
Please do. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. So this week and every week, guys, we want to dedicate our episode to our patrons, new and old. Shout out to all the original OGs for holding us down. Thank you so much. And a special shout out to all of our new patrons. We totally appreciate you showing up for us. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed that bonus content. If you're not a member of Patreon, please feel free to jump over there. Patreon, the Fab Podcast, lots of bonus content there for you guys to enjoy. And my official sort of dedication for this week is 3-part, okay? Because it's Black History Month. All right, I have a lot of thankful energy this month. So the first one, Carter G. Woodson. He is the father of Black History Month. If you guys aren't up on him, please research him. Absolutely fascinating. We can kind of owe this month of celebration specifically to Black Americans and the history of building up this country. So thank you, Carter G. Woodson. But also, this book makes me think about all of the victims of just racial violence, past and present. Just want to shine a light on that, like this book did ever so beautifully. And also to my mother-in-law. I'm hoping her speedy recovery. She just had some health issues come up. And really just love her. Love all of my extended family. I'm so grateful for them. So just wanted to shout them out as well, friends. So what about you?
Yes. And my dedication today is going out to the gentleman who turned in my wallet at Kroger. Yeah.
Oh my
I did remember to go grocery shopping this weekend, but I forgot to take my wallet with me when I left and got home unpacking my groceries. Because a lot of times I don't take my purse in the grocery store. I just take my wallet. And when I was going through my grocery bag, I'm like, where's my wallet? Because I usually just throw it in with my groceries. Can't find it. Look at my purse, can't find it. Look at my car, and the panic sets in, right? Of
course.
And so I go ahead and just like, let me just call Kroger real quick. They had it.
Oh,
so I go up there to get it, and I asked the lady at customer service, like, did you see who turned it in? And she was like, no, it's just the guy who found it in the cart. And I'm like, ugh. So I'm just gonna call this guy Wonder Man, because my other dedication is to the Disney Plus show Wonder Man.
Okay.
And I binged that too.
Okay.
Like earlier in the week. Fantastic.
Excellent.
Loved it so hard. So
Yay.
dedication over.
Okay. Beautiful. So, about this book, friend. So The Trees was actually published by Grey Wolf Press in 2021, and it was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize in 2022. It has depending on the version that you get, between 288 to 320 of pages, and it's an 8-hour audio read, which I did. I found it on the Libby app. Did you find it, or did I have the only copy this time?
I found it on the Hoopla app.
Hoopla.
Because
Shout out
actually,
to
before
Hoopla.
we left yesterday, I made sure it was available. That's how we picked the book.
That's right. You sure did. Very wise. Very wise. That's right. Okay.
So we both have copies.
Excellent. So yeah, do you have anything about our author? I know we've talked about Mr. Everett before, but for those of you who may not be familiar, give him a little sum.
So, for those who don't know, Percival Everett was born in Georgia in 1956 and grew up in Columbia, South Carolina. He is the highly acclaimed American author and distinguished professor of English at the University of Southern California, known for his satirical, experimental, and philosophical fiction covering race, identity, and Western themes. Author of over 30 books, including James, The Trees, and Erasure, which we've all read now. Ooh, boom, boom, boom. He is a multi-award winner, including the Pulitzer Prize and National Book Award. Official.
Let's go. So, this book here, though, friend, like I said, I could have guessed because it said The Trees that perhaps it has something to do with lynching. And I do know from his past literature, or even just reading about the kind of books that he rights. I mean, there's always gonna be a very specific sort of, you're gonna get schooled. In fact, I learned a new word in the very first paragraph of the very first chapter of this book, and I'd like to share it with you guys. So let me see if I can find the old quote. I said, damn, Percival. So Moni, Mississippi looks exactly like it sounds, named in that persistent Southern tradition of irony and with the attendant tradition of nonsense. Nonsense? Don't look at it, friend. Nonsense. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Okay. All right. Moni, Mississippi looks exactly like it sounds. Named in that non-persistent. Okay, I messed it up again. Hold on. Moni, Mississippi looks exactly like it sounds. Named in that persistent Southern tradition of irony, that with the attendant tradition of nonsense, the name becomes slightly sad, a marker of the self-conscious ignorance that might as well be embraced because, let's face it, it isn't going away. So nonsense. I've never heard that in my life.
That went over my head. I probably didn't process it.
Right, because I've never seen. It looks like knee science.
Nascence. Nations.
It's like nations. See?
What does it mean?
It means ignorance.
Oh.
Lack of information, lack
That
of
tracks.
knowledge. Look, which is
Here we go.
he hit. Listen, within the first
bullseye.
This is what Percival does. This is what I want y'all to know. Like, I feel like with his books, like even with this one, I felt like I had to sit back and think about it.
Yeah,
a lot.
I always know it's gonna be a doozy when you call me and you're like, "Hey, have you started reading this?"
Right. Because I was like, "Yo, I did not know we were going here."
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot. So, I don't know if you want to try a breakdown. This is a lot.
It is. This is gonna be a really truncated one because I can't hit on all the plot points.
Well, I kind of have it. You don't have to because we can go back though.
Okay,
too.
yeah.
We can go back,
basically,
just
we
give
start,
them-
like I said, we're in Moni, Mississippi, and we start with this sort of rural white family, and they stumble upon one of their loved ones, a guy who was murdered, and he's got his nuts torn off, and there's another black guy who's also dead in there with him, and everybody's like, "What? WTF?" So this happens, and then the coroner loses the body. Not the body of the white man, but the body of the black man is like missing, and everyone's like, this is very head scratchy. It's like, what is going on? So this happens again. So the Mississippi Department, what was it? It was like the
Bureau of Investigation, NBI.
Yeah, the NBI sends down two officers who are black
Ed
to
and Jim,
investigate.
Ed and Jim,
and they're poking around, and it causes some tension between the white and black officers, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. They can't. They run into a waitress at the local diner who she's kind of she can pass for white, but one of the detectives figures out, he's like, yeah, that girl black. And they ask her, and she's like, yeah, I'm black. So her name tag says Dixie, but her name's really Gertrude, and she introduces the detectives to her great-grandmother, Mama Z. And so, because the guys straight up asked, like, are there any witches around here? Because they know all the tea. And they were like, yeah, I got you. And so Mama Z is like over 100 years old, and she's been documenting like every lynching over the past 100 years. Because her father was lynched. And so... she also includes police shootings as lynchings, which same. So... come to find out, like, we're going to really skip to the end on this one because a lot happens in between there.
So the copycat murders.
Yeah, like we get to the end, like it starts happening in places other than Moni. And so come to find out and also another important character, Gertrude, because she's learned. So one of her professor friends, she brings him in, Damien, to get to know Mama Z and stuff. And she lets him in on the secret, which is like, we did them first murders. Like me and a bunch of other young people, Mama Z, it was the first
colluded.
two,
but then like the old lady just died of fright.
But like the murders, just kept going, and also it seemed like there was maybe a horde of zombies. I'm not exactly sure, and so that was kind of the end Like, oh, but the thing that was, look, it really ends on Mama Z having Damon like type out the names of every person that was lynched. So it's kind of like, was she bringing them back to life, like with writing their names down? It was very uncertain to me, but that's kind of how it ended.
Yes. I see. I'm so glad that you were just as like, what?
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. It was a lot coming off his and hers because it's very similar.
I thought that. I was like, wow, 2 murders, 2 back-to-back
serial
boys
killers
was crazy.
Yeah, like it was
that
revenge fantasies.
Yeah.
Is what the genre is, except this was much gorier.
Yeah.
Like I got a little exhausted,
I
and
can
I think
see
it
that.
was intended.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Because, so just going back to the historical point of reference, Money, Mississippi, it's supposed to be, I don't know if is it really the actual place where?
I didn't even look.
Okay, well, don't put that part in. I'm going to look it up.
But yeah, the for one, I think it was intended to be exhausting because learning about the history, Black history is exhausting. I'll give it to, for people like, why do we have to keep talking about this? It's like it's very heavy. For Kat, I described, because Kat, for who don't know, is not a murder person. Like, I'm not a true crime girly. I'm not a Law and Order SVU girly. I'm not an ID channel girly. Like, I can do a murder mystery, but just kill one person and we try to figure out. Very Agatha Christie. I love an Agatha Christie.
Because there's murders in there, but it's...
And they don't get too into the details about, the blood and
what it
gore.
looked like.
I mean, I did not really like hearing. I mean, I get what he was doing, but I just don't like hearing about how this human being ripped another human being's nuts off. That came up so much.
It made me laugh so hard, though. It did every single time because I was like, at first, so that
really? I was just ready for something else to happen.
I mean, it was just, it was just so absurd. Like, it was like, okay, this person got murdered, and then there's this corpse next to him with the balls in their hands. You know what I'm saying? So that's absurd. You know what I mean? And then the way they were talking about it. So it was, Pulp Fiction's the perfect way, because you know how Pulp Fiction was like really violent, like a lot of Quentin Tarantino stuff. It's kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like when you think about Django,
buckets of blood,
and you're just like, yo. But then there's these. It's the dialogue that's kind of,
but it's funny.
Yeah. And you're like, this shouldn't. Like, I recognize that like balls getting ripped off actually isn't funny, but I this is how I deal with things. You know what I mean? So I chuckled at that.
That's your nervous system chuckling. I was like, oh my God, like this was the only time, like this wasn't, I think I put it in my notes where I described dead bodies are kind of like onions for me, where I get other people enjoy it, but if especially if there's too much, I'm like, I can't consume this.
Yeah, dead bodies.
Especially after the other thing. Like, this is, to me, so different from the other books we read.
It was. I was surprised. I wasn't I was like, this was way
and it was
different.
very modern, and it is very funny. Like, to me, the book should have just been him writing about white people. Like, the dialects. The dialogues he wrote for the rural white characters were hilarious. So it's like great. The scene from Django with the
pictured
clan.
It almost as a play, almost. You know what I mean? Because it was like that. I was like, I could see them just doing that little tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, and it just felt
again.
Honestly, it made me feel like I had to sort of, for those parts, I had to sort of. I guess I had to. I mean, that's just how I took it. It kind of was funny to me because I was just like, this is so absurd. But the crazy part is that like he's actually using the things that happened to Emmett Till though.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it sobering though. And just the thought that like maybe Southern white people really think that like, like they immediately went to like, there's a Blackie ghost coming around ripping balls off of white men. Like,
well, to me, was that what was happening? Because to me, the ending gave me blue balls. because
Ew.
I felt like I didn't get a good enough answer as to what was going on.
He and I was like, maybe this is one of those things where he thinks we're smarter than we are. He wanted me to know.
Thank you.
I was like, am I supposed to know?
I was like, I'm not smart enough for this
I
book.
was like, I can't wait to talk to Kat. Maybe she knows.
I didn't know.
Okay.
That's why I was watching reviews online about it. I was
Really?
hoping someone would
No
tell
one
me.
knew?
Well, for one, they don't talk about what happened.
Why? No one does except for us.
For us.
Okay.
And then we can just tell you, like, if I had to write a paper about what happened here, it's like, to me,
I
it's
don't
just.
know. Here's my theory.
But
I do
people kept
think-
saying the last line was genius. That is something that came up a
I
bit.
think, okay, so here's what I was taking it as.
Okay.
Okay, if I had to guess. I think that, okay, so we end with, so actually the man was just writing everything down in pencil because he said when he was done, he was going to erase it so he could set these people free. I need y'all to understand there was a whole chapter. All of these chapters are very short.
Yeah, there was like over 100 chapters.
108, I believe. And it was like, and I think
Is that
it was
how old Mama Z was?
105.
Oh, okay.
It was very close. Anywho,
Yeah.
it depends on probably the version that you read though, but I think that it's to punctuate. I think it was to, to try to move things along. But wait, what was I saying? What were you saying? What was I getting? The ending. The ending.
Well, you were saying writing down the list.
So
Yeah.
at the end, so he's writing all the names down. He's supposed to erase them and stuff. And then they know that Mama Z and them have something to do with it. So they go to the house. And she lets him in or whatever, and then they see that Damon is like writing all these names down still, and she asks him, "Do you want him?"
Well, was he typing them toward that at that point?
Maybe he was typing.
Yeah,
them
at that
in.
point, I think he was typing
okay.
them.
Well, he was recording.
And she was
these
like,
names.
"Do you want him to stop?"
Right, meaning like he's killing all these. You know who he's killing. Don't you think like we deserve the revenge? That's what I think it is, kind of. At least that's how I took it. Like, do you
So
actually want me to?
So like writing the names was making the killings happen?
I guess. Because it seems like it's just happening in Money. It starts to spread everywhere. And then like you start hearing people, because it got to the point where white people were like, it even hit the White House and stuff. Like in DC, like it was like a national thing where it was like, here goes the race wars that, everybody's been talking about. We told y'all, yeah. So, and black people were mostly trying to stay in the house and stuff. And, but you would hear these encounters with law where they'd see like a group of 30 black men or Asian men all together that seemed like zombies. Yes, they turned into zombies, and they would be shooting at them and nothing would happen. And they'd move over like a group of people and some would die, some wouldn't. And it was like, I feel like you just had to suspend reality and be like, I guess it's a mob of zombies being reanimated by Mama Z has it's something she has that's with that man. Them to combine is
Together they were taking people out.
And it was like conjuring their spirits, like just maybe even just talk, maybe the record, maybe it's supposed to be the reason why it's so important to like record the history so that we don't forget. And then, because if I don't know.
I was really trying. And for one, it was hard because I was exhausted. So it was really hard to straight up think about. But I think it was the same thing that I didn't like from his and hers, where I see why this is appealing.
It's like, that's Mama Z. And Damon.
I feel like using the tactics of our abusers isn't going to get us out of this.
But it is satisfying.
It is very satisfying. And I'm a big proponent of self-defense, but I don't love murder. And so when does this become, because you know me, I'm always calling for people's deaths.
You are. So why don't you enjoy this more?
Right. I was having this conversation with myself. That's a sign of good art.
Okay.
Where I guess because I really don't.
Because it felt like it was going toward the people, because it was specifically going after people who were directly involved. Like the old lady who died of fright, they just put the corpse in her house and it scared her to death. But she was the lady who lied on Emmett Till, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so these were the people who.
But she was already in the hell of her own making.
I don't give a shit.
I don't.
Yeah, like for me, that's like
it
great.
Was just, I don't.
You want to see the retribution. I think that is kind of like.
think
because the only way we can get it is imagining it. There has to be a zombie monster of black people going back and like making somebody pay.
Sure, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum.
That's all.
Like
That's what I
revenge
think.
fantasies are super fun. I have them all the time. They help me work out.
There
But
you go.
I guess it makes me think of another piece of literature, The Count of
Okay.
Monte Cristo, also written by a Black man.
Mwah. Alexander Dumas. What a fabulous, fabulous piece of art.
The theme of that book was that revenge ultimately leaves you empty. And
Well, see, they got theirs, and then everybody else did theirs. So it was like, I got mine. They didn't just keep going.
But I don't think doing the things that were done to you make you ultimately feel better. If we were going to listen to The Count of Monte Cristo.
True.
You know what I mean? Even though the fantasy feels great, it feels absolutely great. But he didn't really win until he moved past that.
Right.
But I mean, he did make sure them people weren't going to hurt him no more though. Like that was.
And I don't think they'd try him again after all that.
No. Well, no.
I mean,
So, and I don't think he killed them all either. He just, took everything away from them, which to me is pretty good revenge. I don't know.
well, you can get stuff back sometimes too, though. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm not advocating
I'm of
for it,
two
but I'm like,
minds.
maybe.
I can see how a lot of people, that's why I compared it to onions, because I can see how a lot of people would enjoy this. I'm just not one of them. This wasn't my vibe at all.
I was worried about you too. I was like, wow.
I'm glad you
Two
knew.
murder books right in a row.
Because when you had called me, I was only 34% in.
Okay, and we really
And
hadn't.
so I was thinking at a certain point,
It just kept getting worse.
I wish I had known it's like you're not gonna get answers, because to
Right,
me that's the
right.
most satisfying part of reading a mystery, like a murder mystery is like
there it is.
Like that's why I love Monsieur Poirot in Agatha Christie when he lays it out. It's like,
Here's what happened.
which solution do you want, the simple one or the complicated one? And it's like, okay, let's see what you came up with. And I'm just like, oh, what? And then that's
don't really
that.
get
But
that.
this isn't that. This is
It's not neatly tied
and
up.
it is, once again, never been a big fan. I want people to know about the history and present of lynching in America, and the
he
fact
really
that
did
I think I've said this before in the show, that I feel like a lot of these police shootings are modern lynchings, and for whatever reason, it seems like it's a modern form of human sacrifice. Like there's still some part of the human brain that feels like if we sacrifice these people, God will keep us safe. And
No, ma'am.
what was I don't agree
Doesn't
with that.
work.
I don't think like we need blood sacrifices to appease our angry gods, but it's been a popular thought through a lot of human history. And I remember taking a psychology course and our professor was talking about how there is something in the human psyche that wants to see blood. But being a woman, I see blood all the time.
Yeah,
So
it's like, what? Not that great.
Cool. I'm cool off of that. But a couple things that I did find funny, and I feel like, once again, because he's a delicious writer, because he leaves you some treats.
Yes.
And so one of them was who was the old lady named
Mama
who
Z?
got, not Mama Z, the white woman who got scared to death.
Let me go back. Carolyn Bryant.
Carolyn. She would misquote the Bible all the time.
Ah.
And because there was some point where she was like, what did she say? Do unto others as you would do unto you. And that's not in the Bible. Like the concept, but it doesn't say,
Actually
like
say
she
it.
was like acting like she was quoting it. It's like,
that's not a Bible quote.
no, it's like you reap what you sow. That's in the Bible. But you do unto others. And she's like, well, that's in the good book and blah. And it's like,
You reap what you
just
sow.
to kind of nod to the fact that she ain't read that book.
No.
And so,
And I'm sure that was intentional because Percival Everett is a genius. First of all, and I have to echo that too, just in terms of like, I was not expecting this. I didn't know it. I was like, oh my God.
this was the coyote
I am
blowing
not
up the
smart- yeah, I
TNT
was
on
like,
the Roadrunner.
I'm not smart enough to be reading it. But
Yeah.
also too, because it was this otherworldly part in it too that I wasn't expecting, but it was so based in real life
Reality.
events.
Yeah.
It was so absurd though. Like even them going to the Acme, whatever.
Yeah.
What was it? The
cadaver
place, because they ended up getting, because they were like, where are these dead bodies coming from? And they're like,
It turns
doing
out
soccer.
they had hijacked a truck to get the bodies.
Yeah, and stole the bodies or whatever. And it was just like, oh my God, this is real crazy.
Yeah.
But even like the synopsis of what you're saying too, says the novel ends without resolution to the detective's confrontation of Mama Z. So it was just like, right, it suggests that Damon's involved because he is typing up the names. There's just nothing. There's just, you just have to kind of conjure that up. And I don't have enough imagination other than to say like, yeah, it was something, whatever they were doing in Mama Z's house caused zombies to rise from all over the country. And
well, I like she had this one quote that I really agreed with where she said she doesn't believe in ghosts, but she believes in spirits. And I was like, that's weird because that's kind of what I believe too, because I don't really believe in ghosts. But somehow, yes, spirits. But I feel like they're linked to our intestinal microbiome.
Spirits?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
I really do feel like there's some, when we talk about the gut and stuff like that, your gut feelings and your ancestors and stuff like that, like they're
the same.
I don't think it's metaphysical. I think it's very physical. And that's why we can feel it. Like there's an actual, and that's why it can be in like it can be in nature. Like you don't always just feel it in yourself. Like you can go to, I've had people who said they visited forced labor camps in the South. I don't call them plantations. And when they step on the ground, they feel there's a different energy there because like that blood hit the soil, it got in the trees, it's in the air.
You can feel it.
So that was something that was kind of cool. Because I definitely made note of that. I was like, yeah, Mama Z, because like, yeah, I like when Paul Mooney said there's no such thing as ghosts. Like if there was ghosts, black people would have been haunting white people so very much.
But that's what I think this is though.
Yeah.
Because it is, right? But it's not true and it doesn't happen. But it's like you think that, but
if if ghosts were real, then this is what would happen.
And also to your point, what other, like just like with was it not Sinners? What were we? I mean, the atrocities of chattel slavery in America make for
perfect
horror.
Like with Lovecraft Country.
Yes, stuff like that. Like it's very, so it's kind of,
it automatically lends itself. You don't really have to add a metaphysical element to it.
It's like, it's just,
yeah.
It was already really
like I said, we're really dealing with the devil.
The actual Beelzebub. Okay, him.
And like I said, like burning like crosses, like because I think that's the part of the ritual, right? If this is a part of the human psyche that thinks that this blood sacrifice is going to keep the white race safe and pure, then you have to have a ceremony that goes along with it, which is why you have to have robes. And you like cross lighting, like they said, they're not cross, it's a cross lighting, and that the cross is a torture device. Like that, it was its original purpose. So it just stands as a spectacular act of violence. I actually went so deep on YouTube, I found in like Percival Everett when he was doing a live where he was answering questions about the book. I still didn't get any answers. But it wasn't live when I was watching it. It was from like 3 years ago.
Well, not like I thought you were on there and you could ask them.
I wish I had been. I was like, what happened?
Dear Percival, what happened
What was this? But it's so funny. It's like, I don't think I'm smart enough. There's limits to my intelligence.
I just knew you knew.
Because I'm like, I know this dude is smarter than me.
Oh my gosh.
So
this is what I kept thinking too, and this is so random. I was like, he has to be a January person, to the point where I looked up because he reminds me of my brother.
It's December 22nd.
No.
Oh.
January 8th.
For his birthday?
Yes.
I just looked up this up. It's December 22nd.
Wait.
I just had to look up his bio.
Oh, that's right. Hold up. What am I thinking of? Because I was like, oh, no. Okay. I'm not gonna put my brother's business all out here.
Sure
in the
did.
streets.
Sorry about that, man. But you don't know which brother.
That's true. It is December 22nd. Whatever. I was looking it up. I'm easily confused.
Okay.
But they're the same sign, and it reminded. So I was like, they were. And I know you don't believe in
Not
that,
even a little.
But there was. I was like, the way that he writes and the way his brain works just reminded me of my brother. So I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if. And boom.
They're both smart black dudes.
And I feel like
whichever brother you're talking about,
they're both very smart. But like, I feel like sometimes like the stuff that I bet you if he read it, maybe he could tell me. I don't know.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because
both
the way
of y'all
that his
read
brain
it
works, I feel like he probably has answers.
Yeah, but I mean,
I need answers.
if you're watching this, if you're within the sounds of our voice, Monica's brother, please read this book and tell us what happened.
We need to
Mansplain
know.
it to us.
I don't know about all that. Well, no, yeah, probably. Clearly, because we
Like slow.
just real like a third
It's
grader.
kind of like because
Just-
quite honestly, we usually don't have this much trouble with the books.
It's
it's usually we're able to make some sense of it, but I mean maybe
maybe it
all
wasn't
there
supposed
is.
to though.
Yeah.
And it's like because it's otherworldly. It's like it doesn't actually have to make sense and be
Like
racism, right? Because none of
We
it makes
did it.
sense.
We figured it out. Never
Oh my
mind.
gosh,
You don't have to read
Percival,
it.
we got it.
We're brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
That felt good.
Yeah, I think some of the standout stuff in this book definitely was the dialogue and stuff like that. Very smart, very quippy.
What I've come to expect.
Yeah, what I come to expect. I do think that I think the reason why there was so much detail in the way people were dying and stuff like that was because lynchings and those deaths are so bloody. So it's like it's almost like an open wound. It was like you showing me this open wound and doing nothing to dress it or heal it or fix it. It's like, no,
like
this
poke
is
at it.
Maybe a little bit. It's like that's what it just felt like you're presenting us with the rawness of this situation, you know. And that's very much what it felt like. So I was taken aback. I was just like, wow, this is not what I was expecting. About lynching. You know what I mean? Like, it was the about part. You know, it was everything around it, I guess.
Yeah, it was brutal.
It was.
Yeah.
And Mama Z didn't see it was it Herbie? That lady named Herbie, she was she FBI or?
Oh, right.
Remember her? So
Once
I
again,
guess.
I was, went
How
on.
fast were you listening to this?
No, a regular speed.
Oh, okay.
I did think about speeding it up because he was reading it in a southern
He was
accent.
reading real slow too. I couldn't do it.
But I was like, no, let me go ahead and get that. Now I did. Sorry,
all the
skipped
names.
on the
I know
names.
you did. I know
was
you
like,
did. It was too many. And this is for someone who loves slavery, guys. It was too much for her.
To be clear, I don't love slavery. I think about it
Why
a lot.
isn't everyone talking about it? He talked about it.
I just feel like it was a big deal, and
so were the lynchings.
I don't love bringing it up, but it just comes. I mean, it affects a lot of stuff.
That's probably how he felt when he was thinking about the lynchings. It's like people, we aren't talking about this enough.
And I did learn a lot because I wasn't aware of the history of Chinese men being lynched.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, so that was
another learning.
Yeah, and so I did
Percival.
hear a lot. I didn't skip all the names.
No.
And so
But
many
I
of
was
them
like,
were unknown male, unknown female.
so sad.
Yeah, it was really messed up. So, I mean, we've both spent time in the South.
We have.
And like I said, we don't go to a lot. Like, I don't think we've ever been to a Money, Mississippi. I've been to Mississippi, but it was very much the black part of Mississippi. And I'm pretty sure there's a reason why I didn't see the white part. Because I'm talking about Mississippi segregated. We're in Indiana. It's pretty segregated.
Pretty segregated. I thought what was interesting too, though, is like when I think about really segregated, remote, small places like the fictional Money, Mississippi, like they're so insulated. It's crazy because there was this mix of like, the story was supposedly happening in like 2018 or something like that, or he wrote it in 2018, I think it was, somewhere in there. But you can tell
It's supposed to be when Trump's president.
Yeah, he's referencing Trump and stuff like that. So it was just weird to hear the dialogue of these Southern white people, and they were talking just like it was 1955.
Actually, there was a really funny part in the Percival Everett. Actually, let me see if I can find the actual. The thing from the. It was basically just I'll put it in the notes, but one of the comments, in the live chat was like, "Why did you make the KKK members sound so stupid?" And
did he say because they are?
He was like, "I was trying to be accurate," and I mean, yeah.
How were they supposed to sound?
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like.
It's not a bunch of smart ideas. This is why I feel like we really need a super duper education overhaul, because so much of our education system here in the States was set up by the Ku Klux Klan. Boo. And their women. Boo. And
Boo to them.
Yeah, it's really sad because this stuff is just habitually taught with no thought. Because that was the thing. And here's the other thing: the coroner who ended up getting killed too.
Ooh, that was a nice little.
I like that he brought that up too, because the coroner was a KKK member.
Sure was.
And it reminded me of a Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, that he did a story on coroners and what the role that plays in racism.
Yep.
Because he gets to decide whether it's ruled a murder or not.
Yeah.
And so many times it's like, yeah, he cut his own throat and laid himself on the train tracks. That was a suicide.
And then after he was laying down, right, he shot himself in the back of his head.
Yep.
It's like, and that, he
so many stuff gets
all
like
that stuff.
ruled a suicide and stuff like that, when it's like,
that don't
no,
make
but
no
if the
sense.
coroner, this is a legal elected position, so if the coroner, he's the one who gets to call it. So,
and it was very much that, like, in, you because there was a quote in there where, somebody was saying it might have been the sheriff or something. It was like, this is just two hillbillies, basically. It's me paying you, like I'm the sheriff. Like, we're in charge of ourselves. There is no actual police. It's just us. You know what I mean? So he was illuminating just how racist, this kind of stuff is. And then to I don't know. It was very much, there were parts of it that was satisfying to me, because it is fun to think about, like, wow, that would be why. Like, this was like after I had read it, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, maybe he's really just trying to. It's like, if the horrific things that happened to all of these people that he wants us to not forget, what was happening to that, if it was happening in reverse, that's when it's like, oh, this is too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, this would be crazy. It's like, but this shit has already happened, though.
Right. Like Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, right. It feels like we're talking about something that's like
outlandish, but it's like, nah,
this has already happened. Yeah. The thing that it's like, oh my gosh, the balls. It's like, that's what they did to that young man, 14 years old, man. That's crazy. So it's,
I know, and it's like, I was re-listening to Amber Ruffin show when she was just talking about, she's like, I know a lot of white people are upset because they're just finding about stuff that black people have known for years. But you know what? And a lot of white people are asking, how can you help? But first, you have to help yourself. And it's like, and that's educating yourself.
Oh my God.
Because I don't know.
But this is what they're faced with.
Yeah.
Now you have to learn about things that are hard.
Yeah, learning stuff is hard.
It is.
I mean, that's why people drop out of college. I know I did.
I could barely say nonsense, and I don't know if I'm saying it right now. Percival, could you tap in?
Knock, knock.
Hello.
Hello.
Nonsense.
Oh, man.
Nonsense. Lack of knowledge is basically what I've got, though. But also, just another, to the point of those insulated people, though, there was a quote that was like, Moni, Mississippi is chock full of those know-nothing peckerwoods stuck in the pre-war 19th century, living proof that inbreeding does not lead to extinction. I said, oh.
Not yet.
He was right. We haven't gotten to that part. But that's the thing, like, if you want to isolate yourself so much, like, you hear about these pop-up towns now that they want to be all white. You want to bring segregation back. Just say that's what made America great to you.
Or just reinforce it, because it's still very much here.
Exactly. Let's just put it back out in the open. Let's not pretend. It's like, but then those communities are going to become so insular to where it's like, now you got the blue people in Kentucky who, did you hear about those folks?
No.
It got me, I was thinking about inbreeding and stuff. Let's take a break. You look overwhelmed,
I
friend.
am. Thank you for your warmth and sensitivity.
Look at you. We'll be back, friend. She's sensitive. Welcome back from the break, guys. I think Kat has managed to regulate herself.
I can sit upright again.
Yeah, she slid out of the chair right before we went on break there. So it's
a lot.
It's okay. It was a lot. It is a lot. I feel like I'm always really impressed with authors who try to tackle these kinds of things too, because it is hard to write about, and I can appreciate the fact that, like, you're really trying to, add the humor part in it, which I definitely caught and thought was, but this was, A, it wasn't what I was expecting. B, it was like hard to get through a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a bit of a
and I was surprised.
It's not a beach read.
No, definitely not. More like you're headed to Siberia. And you need your blood pressure to keep going up to keep you warm. I don't know.
It's entertaining academic work, I feel like, more than anything, which is but
and I think it's a beautiful sentiment to want to sort of, utilize this terrible history to highlight like just how terrible it is, but also just trying to the gravity of how awful this is and how we do forget about it and how lynching is still actually happening now and still be absurdly ruled suicides when it's like clearly this
and
isn't
it's not
suicide.
an issue until it happens to certain people.
Exactly.
And we're seeing that unfold right now.
Right.
But
It's like
I think
now
I'm
it's a big deal.
ready to rate it.
Now it's a big okay.
So I think I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 testicles because it should be an even number. And and it's just because it's not for me. I wouldn't recommend this as your first Percival Everett read. No. Unless this is something, a lot of people really enjoyed it though. That's why I felt like I'm like, am I the dumb kid? But I don't know. That person's still likable.
Well, fair enough. You feel how you feel about it. And I feel like I have to still give like a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna say typewriters. Because it's such a well-written book. It's so thoughtful. Like I said, the dialogue itself, it's just the characters. He's a good writer. You know what I mean? So I think this is just more so a matter of like, if this is the kind of book you can read because of the and the language. Like if you don't like hearing the N word, bitch comes up a lot. Son of a bitch. It's a very raw book. Again, like to me, it's just like you're looking at an open wound and you're just like forced to look at it. But then also, he's telling a couple jokes on the side. So, I enjoyed it from that standpoint, like you say, from the academic standpoint. And I learned some stuff as well.
Definitely.
And it's good to not forget. And on Black History Month, I feel like, you know what? Yeah, lynching. We had to learn about it. And here we are. We're still here, guys. We made
are.
It.
I was reading something about how every Black American is a walking miracle because we are not supposed to be here. We're definitely not supposed to be reading.
No. So we're really
take
defeating
that,
odds.
racist.
Yay. Excellent. All right. And I feel really great that we have like another book like under our belt in 2026 too. No less in Black History Month. So I'm feeling accomplished.
Yeah.
And so, I think we had fun talking about some hot topics last week. What do you think about talking about some of the stuff in the news? We kind of started off with the Super Bowl before.
We did. We could take some stuff out the oven. For sure with these topics. So I wanted to share a little Black history about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So just specifically the Super Bowl halftime show, which should be starting pretty soon now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah. So, but originally, because the first Super Bowl was like almost 100 years ago. And so, do you know who won the first Super Bowl? This isn't Black history. This is just regular trivia. Yes, my mom wins everything.
Okay.
But no, it was the Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
But up until the 1980s, the halftime show for the Super Bowl was just like a local marching band. And so
not even like a HBCU one?
What do you think
Those
the
are the good
NFL
ones.
is?
Those are the only good ones. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
Moni, this was back in the 1900s when the NFL didn't even pretend like they wanted any Black leadership, okay?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So, no, they weren't checking for HBCUs to do the halftime show. In fact, usually that's when people would change the channel and watch something else. And so some clever Negroes over at In Living Color were like, hey, why don't we do a live show during the halftime show and draw in those viewers? And they got 22 million views, which was crazy, especially because Fox wasn't even really a respectable
not at that time
network at the time. And so they did a nice little Men on Sports. They did it was great for them, but then the NFL was like, oh hell no, y'all ain't gonna jump on our gravy train. So The next year, they were like, you know what? We should do a big show so people don't change. And they got Michael Jackson to do it.
Oof, and that's a big one.
Yeah,
That's
no
a big
one
one.
was turning that off.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I know Michael Jackson has sort of a tarnished legacy. I just like to remind people he was never convicted of anything. Like, we always act like he's a convicted, like, whatever, but nope, he was never convicted.
Was it a good halftime show? I'm sure it was if it was Michael Jackson.
I feel like this was like Michael Jackson bad era.
Ah.
So maybe we can watch it later on YouTube. I'm going to say it was
That might be
probably
fun.
good. I feel like it was sponsored by Pepsi.
Probably.
And
Okay.
yeah, so that was a little Black history before we go into the Epstein files.
Oh. Jump right back into the garbage can. Fine.
Yes, but you know what? It's kind of funny because we can't really include it in Black History Month because he had a very strict no N-words policy on that island.
What?
Yes.
Imagine that.
That this terrible, terrible man was also a racist and a eugenicist.
Oh.
Yeah. He had eugenicist ideologists, racist correspondence, association with white supremacists, our president being one. Associates remark, these are all things that you can find in the Justice Department's
Their files.
their files. They're extensive.
Yeah.
And it's
They're not
crazy
gonna
to
read
me
them.
that I would suggest people go back and listen to our Virginia Giuffre
episode.
episode, Nobody's Girl.
Yeah.
Because
She even kind of said something too that he preferred, women that looked like her.
blonde hair, blue eyes.
And it was like,
very
yeah,
young.
for sure. Because I know that there were a couple of brown ones that got slid in there. Because I saw there was a lady on TV. She was like a survivor.
Oh, okay.
And she was a model or something though. I'll try to find it. But yeah, so I feel like there being something in the book that she said like that. So that's not surprising. But also too, you can be extremely racist and still want to sexually assault somebody who you think is, you know what I'm saying? So like there's always that one they'll let in, and it's like, you know what? We'll let that
A lot of people
slide.
have sex with a sex toy, but they don't think they should vote.
There you go. There you have it.
Yeah.
So
my also a thing
gosh.
that was interesting when we read Nobody's Girl,
Mm-hmm.
she had mentioned one of the people who like brutally assaulted her through Jeffrey's contacts was a prime minister.
Right.
And
Didn't name
now
it.
I was like, back then I was like, because she was naming names, but she didn't name that name. She was still
Mm-hmm.
scared. And even though she still ended up dead under, to me, mysterious circumstances, now the files are out. It looks like it was the prime minister of Israel. At that time. So not Netanyahu. I'd have to look up the guy's name. I don't really care that much. But it's just crazy. Like when people are like, why didn't you do something? Why didn't you get away? It's like world leaders are in on this. Like what do you really...
The prime minister.
And women did call the police. You know what I'm saying? We just learned from this book. The police ain't really sometimes who you really want to deal with. So I think we need to create a better world.
well, hurry up. Oh my God, I'm sick of waiting.
Because one of the little
Sheesh.
chicks was talking about, like, if we indict everyone who's in the files, it would collapse the system. It's like,
Maybe it's time.
maybe it is
This system,
time.
yeah, like systems.
We want to maintain this system?
It would be like, when everything went over to being computers and stuff, right? Everybody's pissed off because it's not analog anymore. We're not just keeping files, and it's like it's gonna be a hard transition. But there's a better way. There's a better system, and
Progress is about moving forward.
It really and truly
You don't get to go
is.
back. You don't get to stand still. Sorry.
But it just speaks to how hard it is for humanity to move
Turn that corner.
Yeah, because we'll turn that corner and just do what's unfamiliar. Like we get so set in our ways and don't want to change, even when it's like hurting us, even if it's to our detriment sometimes.
Yeah, it's like I'm still gonna wear these size pants.
Yeah, and it's
even
like,
though
girl.
It's causing all
Sis.
kinds of friction.
Oof. Okay. Ew.
But I think that, for one, something that could come out of all of this
Okay.
is
Wait.
that we do start making systematic changes. First and foremost, education. We love
Okay.
education here at the Fake Ass Book Club.
Even
and
when it
educating
hurts.
ourselves around what sex trafficking actually looks like. It's not as cinematic as Taken. Like, it's like, well, she wasn't chained to a bed. Why didn't she leave? It's like, all right.
Psychology 101, bro.
Man, like I said, you just need a little education to understand. I did bring up some good points in the episode about how it's very much rooted in purity culture and the fact that we don't give real sex education. We just recently had a tragedy at my daughter's school system. One of the girls was found dead. She had been enticed and had Haley, and she and it wasn't like some guy in a van who threw her in a van and drove off. This was someone who was very calculated, seduced her online, got her to come out there, and he probably has done this before because he was like 39. And I doubt he told her he was 39 because he didn't quite look that old. But like, this is how it goes. Like, it starts when you think this is a romantic partner. This is somebody who cares about me. And it's perfectly natural to want that.
She's so cute.
She was absolutely...
Not like...
Sure. But one of the things that... our state is saying that they want to do in response to that is have more education around how this happens. Like, because you need to let kids know before they're flooded with hormones. Like, we need to have this education like, hey, I mean, I'm talking to my kids about this. Like, there are going to be people who approach you and are going to, like, if you see adults, like, for one, don't meet nobody online. I know that's like old timey. I'm old.
My kids get so sick of me. I'm like, you guys know not to be talking to people on Roblox. You
that
know
you
not
don't
to
know.
be. They're like, oh my gosh, man.
But it's...
I'm going to say it every day.
But if nothing else, you can't act like I never told you. I'm going to have to be like, oh, mom,
this is my job. It's to annoy you with things that you say that you already know, but I got to say because this is my job.
Yeah. And so,
dang.
Yeah, just having that ready and also doing sort of like pink alerts because she was too old for an Amber Alert.
Oh.
So, so that you can stop people on the highway, just kind of like keep an eye on this for, put them nosy people to work. A lot of times nosy people don't have enough to do. And so this is a way to activate nosy people to help prevent actual crimes.
Right.
Like, not whatever.
No.
Whatever. But yeah, there's just been a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. What were your feelings about the Epstein files? What you've heard?
I honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot.
No, lie to me.
I haven't. It's one of those parts of the news that I've been like I'm hearing people talk about it. So other than, like you said, the names is not because I read any of it. I haven't looked at it.
Some people have been having to step down.
Not here. I feel like nobody in the States cares, guys. I don't know if you're listening from other places. Everything's business as usual here.
Oh, yeah, because our state government is filled with Trump cronies. So they're pretending
everybody's skirt. And
like I said, the media for, like I said, the people who live in like Moni, Mississippi, the Fox News of it all, they're not covering this. So the Truth Socials of the world, they're just posting like monkey memes of the Obamas.
Oh my God.
That's what's, and going to see Melania.
Oh my gosh. Which I heard was a flop.
Apparently that movie was so bad. I listened to a review on YouTube by this dude called British Chris.
Oh, I'm
always interested in what foreigners think of us. So
I'm scared to know.
British Chris went to see it, and he said there was 12 other people in the theater. Because that's the other thing. They're saying it made like $8 million, but I feel like most of it, because a lot of what they do, especially at churches, they have them buy big movie packages, but people don't actually go to them, or they give them out.
Okay.
So, but he said it was mind-numbingly boring.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing that kept him awake was the fact he was taking notes. And then like halfway through it just became about Trump anyway. It was just a very lightly veiled propaganda film.
Yeah, I heard that it was just her walking in and out of rooms and then like close-ups on her heels and fashion.
And trying on hats.
Yeah, it was like fashion. Like it was like Melania, president's wife Barbie, I guess, paper dolls.
If only. Barbie's interesting.
Barbie's amazing, yeah. Based on that movie, yeah. But yeah, so what was the...
So wait, did you see the monkey meme?
No, so didn't see the Epstein files, didn't see the monkey meme, heard about the monkey meme.
I saw the monkey meme at work.
Oh, God.
Because it didn't actually come across my feed. It was on somebody else's algorithm.
I honestly haven't even been on social media like that,
he tried to say like, oh, no, I didn't, that was...
Trump says he won't apologize for the racist post depicting the Obamas as apes.
Okay.
So the White House initially defended Trump's post, saying that it was from an internet meme video, but after backlash, including from Republicans, it was removed. But like, what is the context in which that's appropriate? I mean, it's so weird because for somebody who is so bored with the Obamas, thinks they're so stupid, hates every award show, hates everything. It's like, you sure do know a lot about it and you're always online fucking talking about it. So it's like, clearly you have nothing else to do. Obama seems to be living rent-free in your mind.
Actually, he's done a lot of stuff like not pay ICE.
Ooh.
ICE.
How's that going?
ICE ain't getting paid, y'all. It's
Shit,
funny.
that's cold.
That's funny. Pooping
cold
on
as ice.
himself.
I keep hearing about this. Is he actually
Do you want to pull
fecal
the video up?
incontinence? Oh, now this will be. I won't. If you never want to hear me shut up about this, hold
If
on.
Steve Jobs
Are you sure you want
exhausts
to
you,
add
what will Trump do?
Trump fecal incontinence?
It was, so we don't have solid proof, but we have some audio proof, and people like, you know how, oh no, maybe this was a mistake. Oh boy.
My God. Did Trump actually have fecal accident on television? Say what? Okay, so please.
It's not hard for me to believe that this very unfit 79-year-old man has incontinence. Like, he doesn't look like he steps on a treadmill, lifts a weight, eats a vegetable.
Oh my gosh, it's not uncommon for the elderly individuals to lose control over their bowels. And when it comes to grandpa, having an accident from time to time is easy to forgive, right?
This is from Cafe Mom.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a debate on social media about whether or not Trump actually pooped his pants. And until anyone admits it, who can say what the truth is? However, there are users who are studying and dissecting the same footage of Trump in his office before his people shoo reporters from the room. And many of them claim that there is a distinct noise and some alleged reactions from the people in the office to prove Trump had an accident. Lord.
So there's a non-zero amount of proof. Yeah, that's
mercy.
the video.
Is this it?
Yeah, of that.
Hold up. You mind if I watch it real quick?
I do not mind at all. Take your time.
Thank you, press. Why are all them people still standing behind him then?
Because what are you supposed to do? You can't be like, ew.
Yes, you can. I disagree.
Your children weren't there. They would have.
So true. You can just slowly back away. Boom. Slowly black. But maybe they're already briefed on that. It's like, y'all know he might shit his pants. Don't move.
And there has been reports of odor.
Oh my God. That is so awful. So in one of the many clips going around on TikTok of Trump and some members of his cabinet in the office speaking with reporters, you can hear something at the start of the clip that sounds like a fart, possibly, or something much worse, like a shart. It doesn't say a shart. According to many, it was okay. So we don't know, but we see this footage of him basically, or the media people shooing everybody out, and the people behind him trying to, I guess, pretend like.
And I'm about to say, and Joe Biden, he was sliding down that hill, but he never did that.
I don't remember hearing any reports of that. It does happen, but also
Sure.
It's like, ew.
Right. And it's just also a sign like, what?
Sir,
when is enough?
Go sit down somewhere, man. If this is what's actually happening, it's time, sir.
Yeah, take a kneel on this.
Oh my God.
You
He
think
can't.
he's really
gonna
getting
kneel, and it's really gonna.
You think he's
slide.
got 3 more years in him?
Man.
Because apparently, what some people are speculating is he's trying to cause a lot of chaos so that he can suspend the midterm elections.
So that because he thinks he's
so he
gonna
won't have any
lose.
opposition.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know if that's a thing. Like, so many things have been unprecedented because
It's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah, like most of the stuff he's done would end most people's careers.
Not him. He can shit his pants basically on national television and everything's cool. Okay, well, in lighter news or darker news, maybe, I don't know. But
it's definitely it depends on how you slice it. It's lighter and darker.
Oh my gosh. So and this is something I found on People. So it says couple sues for fertility clinic after welcoming baby girl who isn't biologically related to them and IVF embryo mix up. So Tiffany Score and Stephen Mills love their daughter more than words can express, but say they have a moral obligation to find her genetic
genetic
parents. And so there's a picture of these lovely folks with this beautiful beautiful, clearly non-white
chocolate
chocolate
baby.
baby named Shay. And you see these two white folks holding her, and they're like, yeah, it just caught my eye because I'm like, damn, it's like Happy Black History Month to you guys.
Black History Month. So I'm wondering, because I know this has happened before.
Oh, yeah.
And like, what is the resolution? Because I feel like some of the stuff you sign, like, because you sign a lot of stuff.
I bet you do.
So, because I feel like the women it was a lesbian couple that this happened to.
Okay.
And they end up getting, it was like a white lesbian couple, and they end up getting a black baby through the IVF stuff. And they were trying to sue for, they're like,
negligence.
I have to take her to get her hair done in this black neighborhood, and it's really uncomfortable. But they end up losing because it's kind of like you kind of rolled the dice on that one. And
that was the complaint.
one of them, like they had more than one, but it's yeah. I'm not saying this should happen to anybody, but people need to tighten up at work, it sounds like.
They really do. I mean, I do feel like that is really, really crazy to, to know, like, oh God, I could just have somebody else's biological kids too. And I do think, if I knew that there was a mix-up, I do think that the child should know who their biological parents are in that case.
Is there a way to I don't know how long, because like I said, I just do podcasts, but like, is there a way to test the genetic material before they insert it to make sure it matches?
I don't know. I don't know if they do that, because you're doing that when you're retrieving it, and you would think it'd be labeled and put somewhere where it's like clearly, you know what I'm saying?
You're making a lot of sense,
so,
right?
I don't know why you would, other than the fact that I'm sure this, and it's probably a small percentage of times, but when it happens to you, it feels like, what the fuck? But, where that does happen. So I don't know if there's anything else where you can do it without messing up the embryo, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, without disturbing it or something, like it, because it's a delicate process. So I don't know that you can do anything. I don't know.
like a comedy series, like Black Baby, White Baby,
man.
And they have to do, because I've heard stories about this too, where people like find out when like maybe toddler age, and they're like, okay, we kind of start. It's like, let's get to know this other family so this child can eventually join them. Because you don't want to just like, we're like, okay, switch seats.
Right. like Issa Rae. Basically tossing.
That was so funny.
Tossing the baby, if you know, you know.
Oh, that was absolute perfect. Just punted that baby. She was just like, man.
Well, and then like, if you have been holding this baby in your womb for 9 months, you know what I mean? Like, you feel attached to it. The baby's attached to you too. So it's not that simple. So I do feel like, dang, that has to be rough.
It does.
But if you want to, I don't know what you do, actually. I'm sure they want to keep her. I didn't read the whole article.
I don't know what the...
I would hope so.
I don't know what the answer is.
I would hope so. Yeah.
I'm not that wise.
Yeah, me either.
This is like, we really do need bioethicists. Like that would be nice. That's a very, we do have them, but we just need maybe more of them.
Yeah, well, they're pulling funding from all that kind of stuff, so don't worry about that. Yeah. We've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Okie dokie.
All right, so was there anything else? We got the meme that was messed up. Did we say we talked about that, right?
We did. We did.
All right, well, I think we did it.
I think we did too. We did. This was the Super Bowl of book clubs, you guys. You're welcome.
Really
and I'm just going to go ahead and say it now, and I can take it out if I'm wrong.
What?
Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks.
Excellent.
For winning Super Bowl.
Smash. And let's spin the wheel then.
Okay.
What do you think? Spin it. Dun, dun, dun. All right. This feels like shenanigans, but I think it's about that time.
We need to lighten up the mood a little bit.
Yeah, we do.
Because it's been very...
Yeah, man. It's like, oh, man. So we're going to be reviewing relationship goals. Is this Netflix? Friend?
I feel like this is Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. And I guess it's based on a book. I'll have all the actual details next week. But yeah, I think it's going to be right before Valentine's Day. I think it'll be the perfect sort of, like I said, shenanigans to kind of like get us off of, some of the heavier topics that we've been discussing and get into relationship goals. I don't know what to expect here, but I think it'll be fun.
Sure. I love Method Man. I love Kelly Rowland. And I love
too.
the fact that the Patriots still haven't scored.
Oh,
Even though it's the
you already
third
just
quarter.
said, that they won, the Seahawks. Of course you knew that, friend.
Moni, time is a flat circle. So everything is actually happening all at once. And we're just experiencing time literally. So I'm actually a pan-dimensional being. That's why I'm so weird. So it all makes sense now. Everybody, you're welcome. Your body belongs to you.
Yes. So do something you love and love what you do. And we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again. And until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.
Ross.
Girl, them probably the same ones from Victoria's Secret that we've been wearing since the 90s.
You know what? The wire finally snapped in one of them last week.
It was like, bitch.
I give up.
Bitch. Okay. All right. I've been through enough. Them balls lasted.
They did. I think I'm gonna just replace the wire. It's still crazy. Like the straps are still good. The hooks are still good. And it was one I bought it too big. So now it actually fits. Like
you don't have to dust the double up no more.
Right. Yeah. It's like I can put some titty meat in here now.
I got some meat for that.
But yeah, that wire started poking. I was like, I just shove a tissue in there to keep it from rubbing against my gentle under boob skin.
Oh my goodness. Under boob skin. Doesn't get a lot of light of day, does it?
It doesn't get a lot of friction.
So aggressive.